there, my name is Crystal St. John, and I am a Team Beachbody Health Coach as well as AFPA and NESTA Certified Personal Trainer, Group X Instructor, and MFTI, which stands for Marriage and Family Therapy Intern. So that's a lot just to give you a little bit about myself. But what I'm here to share today is a little bit about my backstory and what led me to the coaching opportunity and what it's done for me. So just giving a little bit of background, I was born and raised in Colorado, which was a very active area, and always loved to be active, loved to dance, loved to just be outside, do anything to be active, but I really didn't know a lot about eating well. Luckily, my dad was a gardener, and so he grew a lot of things from the ground, so we actually had organic food before I even knew what organic meant. So I knew about vegetables. I was introduced pretty early, but I also didn't know a lot about what preservatives and other forms of food could do for your body and system, and especially sugar. So I would say that I am a recovered sugar addict. But going back even further and a little bit deeper, I came from a background of some trauma, which led to some behaviors as I developed. These were early in my developmental ages as a child. And just from some of that emotional and mental abuse that I had had outside of the home, I had really taken on a lot, as a child does, onto themselves, but you don't know how to process those emotions. And so a lot of ways that I would handle my pain and hurt from the inside was to eat. And I developed a lot of unhealthy habits and relationship with food to help medicate and comfort my emotions. And so as I grew up too, I was very insecure as a girl. And as I got a little older, in the middle school and kind of more of those developmental age where things are kind of starting to show, your body's developing, your personality's developing, all that, I kind of was targeted, and so I was teased a lot. And so and I felt really isolated at sometimes. And so when I would come home after school, the way to medicate a lot of those things that were happening was to eat. And television was no help. You know, you go it's a lot of it was fairly normal. Like you veg after school and you're in front of the TV and you're just eating. So I developed a lot of these patterns, and these were my ways of coping. Well, come later in life, about college, I knew that I wanted to major in psychology. I learned a lot about how I kind of faced a lot of those traumatic experiences that I had in my life early on. And I started to recognize that I handled a lot of my emotions as I learned more about myself through psychology with food. And also I found a lot of control and pride through body image and exercise. And I kind of used that as an outlet, but not just for healthy reasons and for physical release, but I also used it for attention and control. And so I would fluctuate up and down, yo-yo dieting all through, it started early on in like middle school, but up through college. And I hit a point in my junior year of college where it's like I hit a wall and I couldn't do it anymore. And I knew deep inside, I felt like God showed me that, you want to walk and you want to be the woman I created you to be, and you're trying to develop that way, but there's some stuff you got to stop and face. So I broke down. I fell into a very hard depression because I didn't know where to go from there. And I knew things weren't right, and I knew I wanted to change my direction, but I had no idea how. So obviously I started seeing a therapist because I knew I believed in the art of therapy and getting help. But I also started seeing a trainer, and I started to learn that the health process and taking care of your body and exercising can really change everything about the way you see things, and also the way about you see your body. And so I knew from that time on I wanted to somehow pull in fitness into my career goals. And now fast forward, that was like 10 years ago. I finished my psychology degree. I went on to get my graduate degree, and I became a personal trainer, started training people through that outlet to get through school, and was really passionate. But I realized another connecting link was eating. And that in the training field, unless you become a nutritionist or you really focus on nutrition, you're not really equipped with that. And there's a lot of unhealthy ways that in the fitness industry, they tell you how to eat, for certain aesthetical goals or things. And some of that serves a purpose, but in a lot of ways, even the nutrition supplements that are out there are not good for you. And as I learned more and more, I started to realize that, and I was like, something's not right. And so it was about 2 years ago that I was introduced to a fellow coach, my now upline coach, and I saw what she kind of was about. She was a nurse, and she was really passionate about health from the cellular level. Introduced me to Shakeology, which I was very skeptical at first because, again, I was very anti-supplements. I really didn't like the things that some of these chemicals and, like, processed products or supplement products were doing for people. And so I was a little hesitant, but I was like, okay, I really like her. I trust her guidance, and I've heard her story. I'll give it a go. So I tried the sample pack, read all the ingredients, and fell in love because I was like, oh my gosh, this is all plant-based, real nutrition. And when I learned more and more and researched more about the design and development of Shakeology, the whole passion behind what Beachbody does, which is to get very invasive on a very preventable issue, which is obesity, ending the trend of obesity, getting into people's lives and helping meet them where they're at and getting them to the better place that they can be. And I was like, sign me up. So I started the 21 Day Fix, learned more about a program that I could give to my clients, and learned for myself that there's ways to manage what you eat in a good portion size, and you can still eat real food. Why put yourself on a diet that you're not going to live by? And so I got on Shakeology. I committed to it, got my husband on it, which it changed our lifestyles, and realized I wanted to do more. I wanted to use this as a business opportunity. I want to get in there and help people. And as I heard more and more stories and saw real people changing their lives, overcoming financial barriers that they had, and trust me, with a graduate degree, I have a lot of debt. And I was just like, wow, people are actually not only helping change lives, but while changing their own lives and committing to being healthy, and also overcoming a lot of financial obstacles and finding financial freedom and freedom with time with their families, which in my end all goal, the whole reason I chose the degrees and careers I wanted to do was because I want to make my family a priority and I want to be available. So I found that this is possible with Beachbody, and it's been amazing. It's an amazing journey. It does take work. It takes commitment. It's what you want it to be, though. If you want it just to be a passion and a hobby, it can be that. If you want it to be something that can actually get you to the financial freedom that you want, you can go for it. If you want it to be your full-time career, it can be that. If you just want it to be a supplemental option for you to get discount on great programs and be able to share it with people you love, it can be that. It's up to you. And that's what I love about it. And I'm really excited about my team. What we're just, my first and foremost is just about changing lives by helping lives. And so I'm always looking to expand my team. If you're interested in learning more about the opportunity, learning more about the benefits of it, or even just learning more about the products, please reach out to me. I'm here to share more about my story, but here to help you and guide you if you can connect and relate with me. And I'd love to expand my team, looking for more people that are like-minded. So feel free to reach out and post any questions below or any discussion points you'd like to share. Thank you.